we should be live with today's sorry. Oh, I should need to refresh actually Twitch because it was giving me a connecting to chat message. Yeah, we are live with Star Wars RPG. Playing now in such a way where I'm using both computers. I'm just going to share on all the social medias that we're live before we get into the game. How's everyone doing today?
I'm slightly still broken. My muscles hurt.
Oh yeah.
I know it's what carrying about 10 kilograms of a very unhandy package will do to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And Kilo?
Fine. Tired.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we have a slightly new setup now. Since I have the two computers, I'm on my Mac where I'm, in the Discord call, and then on my PC, which is also in the Discord call, but that's what's streaming from. And we also then use that space of it in the message for having our Roll20 dice rolls. So you can all see what our players are rolling instead of, me or them having to read them out. And yeah. Also, I'm looking at the audio volumes, and they're fine, but I'm just realizing me talking seems like it's slightly louder now than when I was testing it. Am I talking slightly louder now than I was then?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was just like, is that me just like being like streamer talking versus non-streaming talking?
Yeah, we go, hey, hello, welcome to
I do remember one time where I was talking to somebody, and as soon as I mentioned that I was a Twitch streamer, he's like, "Oh, that explains your voice." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, I used to work at radio, and like people like do stuff like that. Like they have a certain way of talking or whatever that like you just recognize or whatever." And then after that, I was often thinking about it. I realized like I do I have the streamer voice that I have that I also do when I'm talking to people I don't know as well, or stuff or whatever. And it's my, because like I have my voice, because I just talk more casually when it's with like friends, family, or whatever. But like I have my streamer voice, which is my like, I don't know, more official voice. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Performing voice, I guess, and that's also what you do with people you don't know, because you don't know them well enough to be casual.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah. So previously on the Star Wars RPG, Kilo and Jacen were have been staying at Danny Galaxy's base while they were waiting for Alexander Shear to show up and hopefully help them come up with an actual plan, since their plan of turning Arkala the Wookiee over to Roger Teleros to get close to him, and that was the extent of their plan, was not a plan that Arkala liked. While they were waiting, Danny Galaxy asked them for a favor to go to deal with a rival of hers, which read kill, and which they went and did, and then had to run from the police, made it back to the base, which was now empty, had another run with the police, got away, took off in their ship.
Paid either.
We
never got paid either.
Never got paid, yeah.
And the story, ask money up front.
Yep. So, yeah. Also, Did we have the notification show up on stream for that host? So I missed it. Let me. Okay, no, it is showing up. Excellent. I know the other day I had an issue where where notifications weren't initially showing up. I think I'm going to make it a bit smaller though. There we go. But yeah. So actually not. So then yeah, they took off into space, and that's where we left off. And Kilo, you had said that you intended to call the general right away.
Oh
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So I take it we are picking up right away, and you're calling the general, the two of you?
yeah, I guess so.
Presumably.
Okay. So call the general, and I'm gonna move my notes around. You would think the fact that I have more screen space means it would be easier, but now I'm like, well, now I can be, you know,
Now, where do I place what?
now because I have more place to place stuff, I'm trying to be more. I'm trying to have more stuff constantly visible at the same time instead of having to constantly switch between stuff. But there we go. That's a good setup, I think.
Pro tip: don't get too used to that if you're not sure how you're gonna do it later with screens. Otherwise, you're gonna get used to like, I missed the space.
No, I'm planning to be using both computers for the
Oh.
foreseeable future. Makes it so much easier.
I had it once. Like I couldn't use my monitor anymore because like I forgot what it was. I think it was like silly. I was like had a different connection or something. I couldn't use my monitor for like a day or two. It's like I miss having two monitors.
Yeah. CBI straight up have two computers, so it's yeah. But for something like this, it works really well to use them together because they're not. It's just two different me's in the Discord call. But yeah. So you contact the general, and she comes on right away, and she's just like, "What the hell have you two been doing?"
You don't want to know.
I've been seeing the news out of what's the planet called again?
Graygen?
Graygen 5. I've just seen the news out of Graygen 5 about two rebel agents that killed the owner of a shipping company there.
Uh-huh.
She knows best. It was her idea.
No.
Well, anyway, we tried to get into contact. What we were planning to do. We supposedly had to kill someone. I mean, this was a criminal anyways. Seemed fine to do it. We got back and our contact was gone.
He was a criminal?
Supposedly.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I didn't care. Personally.
I mean, he shot at us, so.
He shot at you.
He didn't seem very friendly.
Because based on the news reports I'm seeing, you went and did an assault on an office.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Long story short, we failed. We no longer have any leads.
So, what exactly was your plan here?
We didn't really have any.
I mean, my plan was to pretend that we had a plan, but then someone gave it up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but like we were believed or anything.
We weren't. They were buying it, you fucko.
So anyway, who was that guy again?
The guy that you killed?
Yes.
His she pressed some buttons. His name was Threldick Vlen, according to the news reports.
You know, we were told that they were their rival or something.
Like, Roger Teleros told you this, or
No.
Danny Galaxy.
What she said.
who's Danny Galaxy?
They were safekeeping. What's his face that we were trying to turn in.
Or Kala.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and who's Arkala?
The target of the bounty we were on.
And the bounty was for Roger Teleros.
Yes.
Okay, so to get to Roger Teleros, you're trying to capture Arkala, deal with Danny Galaxy, and she was requiring you to kill Threldick Vlen
Yes.
in order to take Arkala.
Yes.
Roll your con.
Hey, wasn't that the plan?
That was not the deal.
No.
She was just like, oh, while you're here, you might as well. And we were like, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, we were waiting for the guy, weren't we?
Amateur.
I mean, not like you're saying anything.
15.
I strong-heartedly believe that was the idea.
Okay. So, okay, but then you said that you now have no leads. So what happened? You killed the
Well,
guy.
we did the thing we were asked to. When we got back, they were gone. The base was entirely empty.
So you got played.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You really need to be more careful when dealing with the criminal underworld about, not trusting them.
Yeah, fair point.
In Also, wait, what happened to what's Cherry's character again? Theo. What happened to Theo? Wasn't he with you?
Which character? Ezekiel or Theo?
It was Theo that was with you, right?
Same
That you left behind?
Yeah. I think so.
We have no idea. He just disappeared.
Of course he did.
It would be the first time.
Yeah, true.
The last time he disappeared and came back, he just came crashing out of the plane.
Okay, well, in the meantime, we're going to have to put your search for into what's going on with Roger Teleros on hold, especially since you have no leads. We did get word of an attack happening on one of our bases near to you, and you are currently the closest people to the area. So we're going to need you to head over there and
when is Alexander getting here?
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, wasn't he on his way?
Well, because we spent one day. It was like 2 days behind or something. 3 days behind.
Just check here if
So I think tomorrow, if I remember correctly.
3 days. I think the next day will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
He'd be showing up.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to need you to closest ages. We're going to need you to head over there and help out as you're able to.
I'm assuming that's urgent.
That's urgent, yeah.
Okay, Alexander isn't with us. He's kind of trailing behind, just so you know.
Okay.
So.
Good to know. Good to know. Are either of you good at astrogation?
Fuck no.
3D, so not too bad, I guess. I know I have something with the force things I can do with astrogation or something.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, you weren't good at that either.
I mean, that was before shit too. Before I think I got the further upgrade.
I don't think it was.
Because I think this was just when we were talking about it last time that we determined. Like last time you made a jump, I think that was when we were talking about it. Because that was why Alexander made the jump, the aspiration data for you to jump to this planet.
Yeah.
Here we go. For skills, instinctive astrogation.
Otherwise, probably at best it'll probably be equal.
Well, it's your sense skill.
Pure sense?
Pure sense.
I mean, with that, I could, like, probably. Because it's higher than my astrogation.
Oh, wait. Instinctive astrogation isn't... So it isn't... it's to... It reduces the astrogation difficulty number. So it's like, not something that you'd be using instead of astrogation. It's something you'd be using in addition to it.
I mean, in my case, it could work. Like, at the very least, I could try if I can make it easier. Sure, why not?
Because
maybe I'll start leveling my astrogation too.
Because what is your sense?
4.
So 4 times 6 maximum is 24. You have a decent shot, and then you lower the... Because normally the difficulty number for astrogating a ship without a nav computer is 30. With a nav computer is 15, right? Yeah. So it's 30. It lowers the difficulty of the astrogation to 5 for like a standard one. So, yeah, okay. So then you're all right to do the astrogation yourself then?
Probably.
Okay. We're sending you details on the planet. There's a mouse on my face, so there is. Yeah.
Just pointing at yourself.
Well, see, I thought there was a way that I could make it so the mouse didn't appear on the in OBS, but for whatever reason, it's appearing if I have the mouse like over Discord or have the mouse over the Roll20 thing in the window capture. But yeah. I did a quick Googling earlier. Apparently it's some issue with like a recent update of OBS or something.
Fair.
There is a way to turn it off, but I didn't do too much searching. But anyway, so for the game, so the planet you're going to is planet. Okay, actually, we'll get rid of that note. Planet Dolton 4. It's standard journey there is 3 days. Yeah, so it's a forest planet, and yeah, we have a base there, so head over there. We don't actually know who was attacking them because communication, they basically sent us a message saying they were under attack and then communication cut off. So, yeah. Sending you the location for it, so then you can just get the astrogation data and head there right away. Any questions? And we're also sending you the information on like where on the planet the base is and that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so now you want to be making your astrogation. So first of all, roll your sense to see if you get your instinctive astrogation. 19. Good stuff. So now your astrogation difficulty number is 5.
Now watch me roll 3 once.
So that's 5 for the 3-day trip.
It's probably fine to just keep it to that.
Because, well, it would be 7 for like a 1-day trip.
Should probably get there sooner.
All right. If you have faith in my ability, sure, we'll try.
It's 7 with 3D, so.
Well. Okay.
12. Yep.
This isn't your D&D character, you know?
And here's the thing, like, if you fail at it, that just brings up more interesting stuff to happen. Not sure if you want the more
able people.
Not sure if you want the more interesting stuff to happen, but it does bring up more interesting stuff. So, yeah, you go and you get it so that it's just going to take you a day, and
I'm gonna just start saving money for a droid or something.
What kind of droid?
I don't know, something R2 like.
And we can just get Zoe back.
Droids, page 49. Looks like prices on droids. No, this doesn't have prices on droids. Actually, wait. I think the role-playing game book does have. Main book does.
I'll just go on those assassin droids.
Yeah, an R2 unit is 1,000 credits.
Yo, where can I get one? I have more than enough money for that.
Yeah, so that's not even expensive.
So we're gonna go buy the first best droid shop. I'm gonna buy myself a droid.
Yeah, so are you doing anything in hyperspace on the ship during that day in hyperspace? No.
Cleaning my guns.
Cleaning your guns. So you would have preferred
one she hasn't done yet.
You would have preferred for the full 3-day trips you'd have the time to clean them all. Okay, so after the day you come out of hyperspace. Are you still wounded?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, at this point, I could probably say in like the travel time, I could like do force thing on her, so you could try to heal again.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Just roll my strength.
Well, he's first doing the thing, so you have like the
I
plus.
could save it for first, I guess. Then she can like, if she fails, I can just give her maybe another roll.
Yeah, but she also gets the +2.
Oh.
So she gets to try twice, and she gets a +2 if you do it to both. So
How much would she need to heal?
I mean, a day trip, you could also use a med pack if this fails.
Yeah.
She needs a 10. No, that's the med pack difficulty number. Natural strength. Needs a 12.
Yeah, sure. I'll do my first then.
Okay. So then control and alter both had a -1d.
I'll just roll both. I do think I got it though, no problem.
14 and 16, which is which? The control first, I assume.
Yeah. I mean they're both 3D, so this.
Yeah.
Could just say like in order I need to do it anyways. But I do think
Yeah,
I got a pretty solid there.
Yeah. So then you get the +2 to your 2 strength.
Yeah. I think on your case it was like 3 + 4 now or something.
18. Yep, not a problem.
Easy.
You're fully healed. Okay. So then, yeah, come out of hyperspace and above the planet Dolton 4. And yeah. You know where the rebel base is, so I'm assuming you're going to head over there.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a droid shop. Just gonna land next to droid shop, like, yo, I want to get a droid.
Do you actually want to do that?
It's probably not this. I mean, is there even like a droid shop at all? Because honestly, I wouldn't mind a droid at this point. Get some extra firepower.
Okay, we should probably get to the base first.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. Whichever of you is piloting, roll your piloting to go in for the landing. 17. Okay. Go. Fly down. You don't.
I did land on my way.
You see the base, and as you're coming down, it's basically like it's a couple buildings and then like a fence around it. Even as you're coming down, you can see like the main building has a few holes in it, looks like from some kind of explosives and such, and the fence is broken down in several locations, and you don't see any people as you come in and you land. You do see like a few other ships that are like, because there's kind of like a parking area or whatever. The other ships that you see are small transport and two Y wings,
Alright.
and you come in for a landing next to them.
Alright. I was kind of distracted. So there are no people.
You
Just
don't
ships.
you don't see any people. No. And there being a transport and two Y wings is consistent with the information you were given about the base. That's what they have there, and the base should have
People.
19 people assigned to it.
Do we have a way to contact the ships?
You could try contacting them with your comms. The Y wings you can see, because like those are like fighters with cockpits. You can see that there's nobody in the Y wings. Can't see if there's anybody in the transport, whether or not there's anybody in the transport, but you can try contacting it.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Activate the comm, try contacting it, and no response.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of what I expected, but I figured it was worth a shot. I guess into the base.
I'd say so.
Okay. So, you exit your ship. As you do, you hear sounds like just normal, like forest sounds, wind going through, the trees, some like, birds and other far, like wildlife, mostly like far off, like you hear some birds and whatnot that are closer, but like you don't hear like, you don't hear like any big animals or anything close by or anything like that. And
Okay.
go to the base. Are you going to like the main doors, or are you going to like one of the holes that's been blasted into it?
Go into one of the holes, but sneaky.
Okay, roll your hide sneak. Both of you, assuming both of you are. Okay. So yeah, so you approach as quiet as you can. Kilo kind of noticing that she's being a lot sneakier than her brother.
On brand.
And get up to like the hole in the wall, and you look inside, and hole you approached, you look inside, and it looks to be the cafeteria that you came to, that you're looking at, and you don't see anyone in there, but like you see, in addition to like the obviously the hole in the wall, you are seeing like other stuff like there was like blaster fire, because you seeing like where the wall has been blackened from shots. Some of the tables damaged, and
Oops.
and like a hole, what looks to be a hole from a blaster bolt in a fridge that you can see over in like the that you can see over, where in the kitchen area.
Right, I guess just continue on re-looking around.
Okay.
Well, I'd say we count the people.
Well,
If we see any.
You haven't seen any people.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. So you're just like, and you're going into the cafeteria and exploring the base from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, you go in across the cafeteria, go into the corridor, and do you want to go right or left?
Well, like Phoenix Wright, I always go right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So the two of you take a right, go down the corridor, and as you do, like you're passing by doors, and you're noticing all of the doors are open, um, and from at least a few, you can see like bit of like, well, no, yeah, no, at a few, yeah, you're seeing like a few sparks or smoke or whatever, like that the like door mechanisms are damaged and such. And yeah, and the rooms you're going by down the corridor this way all seem to be like personnel corridors, because you're seeing beds and desks and such in each of the rooms, and they're all empty of people as you walk down. And keep going, and
I'd like to
but
sense or I sense anyone at all.
okay, roll me your sense.
Nope.
12.
Unless like next to me.
You sense Kilo right next to you. Yeah, but you other than the two of you, you don't sense anyone else on the base.
I mean, doesn't necessarily say anything yet.
I mean, we can just keep investigating now.
Yeah, so keep on, and you come to at the end of the corridor, because this corridor does actually end. So like there are corridors along either side of the hallway, but then at the end there's a room that's slightly bigger than the rest, still bed and desk and such in it, and that is another room that has like a hole blown into the wall and such going outside. So yeah.
Alright. Is it a dead end now?
Yeah, because the end of the corridor was the room.
Okay,
I mean, you can go into the room and go through the hole outside.
I guess turn around and go back the other way.
Okay. So you turn around, you go back the other way, pass by the door to the cafeteria again, and then as you're passing by that, starting to see that the rooms on the other side of that, you see first a med bay. Has 2 Bacta tanks in it, as well as various other like medical stuff. Then next you see an
can we take med packs from it? There are med packs in there?
You look around in there and you find 3 med packs.
Okay, great. I'm gonna take them.
Then you keep going. Next room is an armory. Are you looking in the armory for what there is?
Yeah, you know what, I will.
Of course you will.
So the armory. Actually, first of all, the armory is another room that has a hole blasted in it going outside. and then roll me for this one. Roll me a search because there's nothing. You don't immediately notice anything,
Okay.
but roll me a search. So, so you're both kind of looking around through drawers and like just like everything or whatever. And all of a sudden, like Jacen is like looking like under some kind of cabinet or something, and he like reaches in and he pulls out a thermal detonator that had like rolled under this.
Is it
Right.
triggered?
No, it's not triggered.
Oh, I'll put it in my pocket.
I like the idea that you would pick up a triggered thermal detonator. Like, oh wow, what's this? What's this strange device?
Is it working?
Kilo just dives out of the room, and then after it blows up, comes back in and drag him back to one of the to the med bay for the back to tanks.
Oh hell yeah! Actually, I'll do that. I'll blow myself up real quick. I'm going home.
I mean, you could just lay in a Bacta tank. You don't need to injure yourself, and especially not with a thermal detonator. Like, if you really wanted to, why not take a knife or something? Like, just ruin
Kilo,
yourself.
shoot me.
I mean, if you want, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, you would.
Okay, so then you after that you continue on your way, and you find the command center of the base, and all the computers and equipment in there has been like damaged. Some of the stuff's still like smoking or sparking, and you're pretty sure you know why contact was lost with the base.
Yeah.
And this is another one that has a hole in the wall. Actually, no, this one doesn't because this would be on the inside. This doesn't have an outer wall, so no, this one doesn't have a hole in the wall.
Okay. Is there anything of interest in this room? Like, I don't know.
Both of you roll me a search.
Right.
How the tables have turned.
Oh, how the turns of tape.
Okay. Looking around, what Kilo notices is that she notices some blood, which is I mean, you notice some blood that's red from humans, or but you also notice some green blood, and you were given like information on the people working at the base, and none of them were of a species that has green blood.
Okay, I will do this the old Detroit way. I'll take some blood and taste it.
Are you actually doing that?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure you know. Have you seen that game where they do it like, ah, yes, that is this person.
They're robots, to be fair.
I might have seen that because that sounds familiar, and I've seen small bits of it when streamers are playing. I haven't watched very much of it because honestly, it doesn't.
100% recommend.
From what I've seen, it doesn't seem super interesting to me. But
Fair.
yeah.
I mean, it does have the guy from the cabin in the woods in it.
Which guy from the cabin in the woods?
Holden, the smart one.
I also know he played as some. What is it? He's a doctor in some other show or whatever.
True.
Let me see. I'm
Been
gonna
a while
look it up
since-
real quick.
I've seen Cabin in the Woods.
He's the smart one that got stabbed in the neck. He's the one that's not Topher Brink or Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Probably the guy's called Jesse Williams.
Yeah, I was about to say that. His name is Jeffrey. Anyway,
Okay.
it doesn't really matter.
I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah, because I only saw the movie once, and it was a lot of years ago.
I watch it every Halloween.
Oh yeah,
No,
it's
don't mind me. I live next to a racing track now.
oh yeah, it is pretty much the only horror movie I've seen.
Pretty much same.
Possibly the only one, just period.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you do notice, which means, and so it's likely the blood of one of the attackers.
Yeah.
Which also just make me a general knowledge check.
I'm great at that. I mean, I'm better than Zoe, to be fair, slightly.
That's
yeah.
Not much better.
Yeah, the difficulty on this one wasn't difficult. Wasn't high. So yeah, like you're both realizing it's unlikely that the attackers were Imperials, because Imperials rarely have non-humans in their ranks.
Okay. And we've at this point like gone through the whole base, right?
You've gone through the whole of the main building.
So there's a second building?
There were I mean there's 4 towers at each of the corners of the fence or whatever. So it's kind of your basic it just has a staircase up and then kind of a watchtower type thing. And then there's also a building by the where the ships are parked, which you would assume would probably be ship maintenance stuff.
Yeah. A garage of sorts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess we'll go investigate that.
The garage?
Okay.
So yeah, go there, and yeah, it's a garage of sorts, various equipment and such. Very garagey.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I guess no one's in here.
No.
Just, I forgot to mention, yeah, there is a person there. Okay. We'll call the general, I guess. Inspector should call the general.
Okay. So she comes up on the screen. Oh, good to see you. You're out of you're at the planet already? That was fast.
Yeah. There's no one here.
Okay. Is there signs of what happened? I assume no one there means not even dead bodies or anything. There's no one there.
No, there are some holes blasted into the building, and some red blood and some green blood. It's green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holes blasted in.
As well, there are still some ships here. I don't know if that's relevant.
Um. Well, we don't know of any sentient species local to the planet, so it's likely not locals unless there's some we're unaware of. Did you notice anything missing other than the people?
Did we?
We said that there's holes everywhere, right?
Yes, I said there are holes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Just both of
because
you
the blood, everyone's missing.
There was nothing in the armory.
weapons missing. Okay.
The med bay didn't seem like it was missing anything, did it? Okay.
No, just the armory. Yeah, just the armory was all that really seemed to be missing anything.
Okay.
And yeah. Have you seen any signs of where they might have been taken? Tracks or anything?
I thought about looking, but not until I was on the call.
That's probably that should probably be your next step. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go do that while she talks. I'll just say I'll see if there's anything around.
Okay. You go outside. Roll me a search. $19. Yeah. So by because like I said, the fence was like broken down in multiple places, but by one of in one of the areas where it was broken down, you see what looks to be tracks in the ground from some kind of a wheeled vehicle.
I guess I can't identify what. Guess I can't do that with a technology roll or anything.
Roll me a knowledge technology roll.
I'll try it because at least I got a 4D on that. I mean, consistent.
Oh, 19. I for a moment it was like, why isn't it popping up? I heard the sound. I'm like, oh no, because it would just be a 19 again. 19. Yeah, you can tell
the brand to be some fancy model.
Well, no, you know it's something like on wheels, but like it'll be like thinner wheels, like a wagon or something, not like a car.
Oh, wagon. Huh.
Or something. Like I'm just kind of using that like kind of as an example type thing. It's thinner, so it's yeah. So yeah. So that's what you find.
All right. I guess I'll just report that back. Like, yo, there seems to be some wagon wheels outside, or tracks at least.
Wagon wheels.
Wagon wheel tracks.
So, wagon wheels are a type of snack as well.
Are they?
It's basically like a chocolate coating and like marshmallow on the inside.
Sounds familiar-ish.
Yeah. But okay, yeah. Then I would recommend trying to follow the tracks.
Yeah.
I keep doing that where I'm like using the same word with slightly different meanings in a sentence. Track the tracks.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's called tracking.
What?
I think. Well,
Yeah. Like it's that they're related, but it's still like it's the one is a verb, the one is a noun type thing. Track the tracks.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck. May the force be with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Okay. So you go out and you start following the tracks. Both of you roll me a either a search or a knowledge survival track.
One of those is significantly better than the other.
Reliable.
Okay. So Jason's doing a better job of tracking and going through the woods. And like it is going through like, areas where, it's a bit the trees the foliage is a bit thinner, like it's not as thick or whatever, so that whatever this was could get through and such. It's not like, a road or anything, so it does also kind of zigzag around a bit for purposes of getting around stuff and whatnot. And but you follow for a while until after about 3 hours.
Not skipping leg day.
It leads into a cave, or well, it leads at a cave. I mean, cave's kind of a bit more
caves.
rocky, and it's a bit harder to, follow tracks at that point or whatever. But
Stealth into the cave.
okay, both of you roll me a hide sneak.
I wanna sense beforehand.
Okay, roll me a sense. What are you sensing for?
Just if there's anything at all.
If there's anything at all.
There is a cave.
There's a cave. There's air in it.
Or at least like there's anything.
There's some
in
moss.
Be impressive if I can sense the moss.
Say 15. So you kind of look inside the cave, and you can tell it goes pretty deep.
I don't mind going deep. It's okay by me.
And you can definitely you can definitely sense that people have been through it. You don't really like sense anyone like within range right now, but you can tell the cave goes further than like how far you're currently sensing.
Is there tracks of the people that went in there? Because I presume they didn't go in there with their wagon.
Well, then where's the wagon? We tracked it to the entrance of the cave and couldn't see tracks beyond that. So yeah, they did go in with the wagon. You paying attention, sir?
I don't know. Just going in there with a wagon seems weird.
Depends on how big the cave is.
The cave is decently big, like.
Okay.
Yeah. There's definitely room for like a vehicle to go in there. Like, you might have trouble, like, say, getting like your ship in there. You could fit like
Sure, be right back. I'm gonna get the ship real quick.
you could fit like one of the WEGs in there. Unless you're a really good pilot, you probably crash into the side. But like,
Okay,
if
we
you
need
put
to get Zoe in here.
if you put like the Y wing onto like wheels or something, you could get the Y wing going in there, no problem. Even an X wing or.
Damn. We'll all be Luke Skywalker.
So anyway, I'm gonna sneak into the cave.
Okay, roll me your hide sneak.
And I'll presumably do the same.
Jesus.
Jesus. We're doing real well now. We're being really sneaky today.
Okay.
So like us.
Um.
I
So
still think it's okay until
so you start trying to like sneak into there. Jacen is certain the two of you are both being super quiet. Kilo knows that both of you are being a bit louder than you're intending.
It's a cave. It's echoey. It's hard. You know?
Yeah.
Hello, Echo.
Jason's just being like all like Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove, where he's trying to be sneaky, like when he's trying to dispose of Cusco near the
Yeah, I'm just
beginning.
pretending like that the Mission Impossible theme is playing.
Yeah. Hey, we don't need any copyright strikes here.
Well, I mean, if I'm that accurate that it gets a copy, then I'd be impressed.
Yeah, but
Say
yeah.
a word. Copyrighted.
So you make your way through the cave, down the cave, and like it is definitely going like downward at a very slight angle. And as you go down, it does, as you get further from the entrance, it does start getting darker and darker.
Yeah, I'll just casually turn on my my lightsaber. Let's get some light going.
Yeah, I don't think I have a flashlight.
Do I?
All these guns and no flashlight.
Do I still have that helmet from way back when?
I don't know. Do you? Is it in your inventory?
A helmet. I'm not sure it's that helmet. Because I remember like we had like the helmet, like the
yeah. I remember.
I don't know. I have a helmet. I'm never specified which one.
Okay, it's okay. Just turn on your lightsaber.
I mean, I don't know what other helmet you would have.
I mean, because I also have like a protective vest, so or stormtrooper armor, so it could also be one of those helmets. So.
Well, if you have stormtrooper armor, I would assume that would just include the helmet with the armor.
Although, I wouldn't say I'm I would probably say I store. Oh, no, I do have it set as in storage, so I don't have it with me technically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have like a whole spreadsheet with things that just like, and then also have like a tab that's just like in storage. Or then there's like blaster pistol 9 in storage.
Well, in the D&D campaign I was in a while ago that just kind of fizzled out, but I had a binder, and then like in it basically I had like I had like a page of loose leaf where it was just like, okay, this is the stuff that like I'm carrying just on me, and then I would have like little post-it notes that I would put on there for each item with various information about it on. Then separate, but then like I also had like say a backpack or whatever. So then I had a separate sheet where I would have the stuff on the backpack. I think I had bags on my horse that I had something else. for whatever, so that I would have a different page for each like storage thing, and then all the items that were in there on post-it notes on that piece of paper with various information. I was very organized with that game, and it was like right after I finished getting like all this super organized stuff done that it just kind of fizzled out, of course. But yeah. So, so you're just using your lightsaber then, or for the light? Okay. So it doesn't provide like much like it's enough to see with, but not very far. And it's also, of course, makes you more visible to anyone.
Yeah.
But it allows you to, see well enough that you're less likely to like trip over stuff and all that. And you keep going down. And both of you roll me a perception.
Consistency.
Okay. So keep going down. And suddenly you are being shot at, and we are entering combat.
Can I shoot?
Yeah. Why do I have that? Oh, that's why, because I moved that over there.
I presume I'm going to be out of range.
Okay. What the crap did I just press, and what did that do?
Oh, sound?
Sound?
Yeah, my sound was cutting out suddenly.
Okay, so we have the two of you. Let me just ban that person in chat, or that bot. How do I do that? There we go. Okay, so.
Hi, you want to get famous?
There are two people shooting at you.
Just two.
But your difficulty is also going to be slightly more because of the fact that you only see them as they're shooting at you.
Yeah.
So. So, are you each going to be shooting at one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, then
now.
roll me your blasters.
Hey. Team. We're taking both up if I didn't even take a shot.
Oh, and you both got 18. Nice.
We did.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, we have the one shooting at Jacen.
Oh, damn. They've hired us. Jesus. Oh. I'm gonna just say I'll be dodging, so I'll try to.
Okay, roll your dodge. 12. Okay. You move out of the way of that blaster bolt. Then we have one shooting at Kilo.
Okay. Also, I checked. Zoe does have a flashlight, so. Sorry, I'm dumb. There we go.
13. Okay, yeah. You also dodge out of the way of your shot, and now you're both shooting back. We'll do Kilo first, and then so roll for damage.
Consistent.
Okay, you've wounded your target, and Jacen, roll for damage.
Ugh.
You've also wounded your target.
All right. Kind of shocked, but you know.
So they're both wounded. And yeah, as you're exchanging blaster fire, you were like able to also see them from like blaster shots lighting up, and they were not human. Looked to be at least somewhat reptilian. Not any species you're familiar with, though.
Right.
Um,
Shoot again.
okay. Same one? You're both shooting your same
Yeah.
targets? Okay.
Yeah.
Then roll me your blaster shots.
The consistency is real. Jesus Christ.
That's not consistency. That's bad.
No. No, I just mean like the thing when we had to roll for the same thing and we like just kept rolling the same. Earlier, the 2 times 9, 11.
Okay, so you both got 21. Okay. Then again we'll do Kilo. Roll your damage first. Okay, that one's incapacitated now. And then Jacen. That one is also incapacitated.
Bye.
Okay. So you have incapacitated them. What you doing?
Well, first I'd say loot him.
Okay.
I guess search them.
So they each have a blaster rifle on them, which they were using to
Can have
shoot at
those.
you.
Add those to my collection.
One of them also has a thermal detonator.
I will take that.
And they both have some kind of what seem to be some kind of coins. And yeah, they're made out of
Yoink.
seem to be made out of copper, or yeah, they seem to be made out of copper or something similar looking.
Alright. Guess I'll take those.
Yeah. They're between the two of them, they have 57 of these coins.
Wait, sorry, what? 57?
57, yes.
Okay.
And yeah, there's some kind of writing on them. It's in a language neither of you recognize.
Yeah.
And yeah. So you continue on then?
Yeah.
Trying to be sneaky still?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, roll me your hide sneak.
Okay, at least we're a little bit more sneaky this time.
At least I'm
So, yeah.
confused. I'm more sneaky than you.
So yeah, you're going and making your way through. Kilo's definitely being I mean you're both being quieter, but you're also both very aware of the fact that Jacen's lightsaber does make him very noticeable.
Yeah.
Like, there's little you can do about that other than, it's the choice between you not being able to see anything and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Just, if we hear anything, put it out.
yeah. And as you're going, you notice in the distance what seems to be you start noticing some light in the distance. Continue going down, and you notice what's happening is that this cave opens up into a cavern, and that's where the light is coming from. So you keep approaching it, and as you're getting closer, it's getting more easier and easier to see. And you don't see anyone at like you don't see anyone down like the cave tunnel, or anyone in what little you can see of the cavern it goes into. And keep approaching, and then as you're getting closer, so you can kind of start seeing more into the cavern, you see that there are buildings in the cavern, made of rock, and mostly made of rock. You see some stuff made out of you see like some stuff with like wood or some metal and some other stuff, but largely buildings you can see in this cavern are made of rock. And as you get closer, you see this is actually a massive cavern. You're not sure how deep you've gone, because like the incline never seemed very like you knew you were going downward, never seemed that steep, but you'd probably guess that this cavern was probably under whatever it's under is probably some kind of like not mountain, but like above ground, it probably something higher elevation than where you started and such. And yeah, because it looks to be a full on like town in this cavern.
Okay.
And as you're like closer to it, like you can see the same like reptilian people that you had seen in the tunnel or whatever. Like you don't see any of them near here, but like looking around, you can see some like walking about, going about like just looks to be like walking around normally, going about their daily lives and such.
Is there light?
There is light. Basically, in the like ceiling of the cavern, there is a hole that sunlight is coming down from.
Then put out the lightsaber.
All right.
I mean,
You know.
I guess walk into the town. I don't know. I mean, like we just see like a town and lizard folk.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Do any of them see us?
None of them have seen you. Like, none of them are really paying much attention to this tunnel, and you're still kind of like right at the entrance to the tunnel, just kind of like, or just the edges of the cavern, kind of just like glancing in. So,
I mean,
you're kind of still, because you're still trying to stay hidden and such, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, nowhere to go but in, I suppose. But
Yeah.
like, how many of them are there approximately? Like ballpark range.
Like what you can see. You can see like.
I mean, I guess no, better question is like, how big is it? Like, what does it seem like the population would be approximately? Like hundreds or like thousands, like approximate size? Just so I can get an idea.
Roll me a knowledge. Cultures?
Yeah, I'm not smart. I'm street smart, but I'm not smart.
I mean, wait, what did you roll?
Cultures?
Knowledge cultures.
Yeah, it's not gonna be much better for me.
I mean, you could try. Sir?
I think.
See, this is the best part of having the Roll20 on screen, is now you can all see when they like flub their input.
Which I never do. I am flawless.
You both got a 9. Okay. You could tell that it's population would probably be like you'd estimate it's probably about a few hundred.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess just inwards. Just gonna take a look around.
Yeah, it's just the best way. Just see what you can find or whatever.
Okay. Trying to be sneak in, or like just go right in. March right in, like you own the place.
All lizards, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's all these lizard people. You don't see any other races, other species.
Sneak in.
Yeah, we can try.
Okay, both of you roll me a hide sneak.
Okay, no. I will mind alter the entire city.
Okay, 16. 19.
Damn it, you find me better than me.
Okay. So you kind of like slowly go in, kind of you're watching people, you're kind of like trying to stay out of like direction they're looking as you go like towards buildings, try to like blend in and like avoid lines of sight and such. What?
Trying to put his headphones on over his earphones.
What?
I mean, fact, I used to do that with certain things. Like, when I would, like, before I had, like, the way I'd set it up now, I would occasionally listen into streams while streaming. So I would, like, plug this into something else, have that on top of there, and then put my headphones on.
Well,
But nowadays I just do this because it's so warm. It's like, gets so uncomfortable with headphones.
I know at least one streamer that does that, where she has, yeah, like the like smaller ones, and then the bigger ones, with one being for her computer for hearing alerts, and the other being for the game.
Fair.
Yeah. But yeah.
My work used to look.
No, it was just
anyway.
funny twice, just like fair.
So yeah, so you're going in, being all sneaky and all that, and as far as you can tell, you haven't been noticed. And you kind of, I'm assuming, looking around for stuff, anything of note. So both of you roll me a search.
If anything, I would like to see there's like somewhere I could like snack like a rope or something I could hide myself in.
Robe.
Like it's just like something with a hood. It's like
Oh, I thought you said rope.
So did I. Just a big old rope.
for fuck's sake. Like we're soul linked.
So what are you wearing? I definitely assume you are wearing robes or something.
My standard outfit according to like what I once had was the blue tunic kind of thing. But
Blue
I never
tunic.
actually had like a rope.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
I-
a robe.
Pretty much always imagine myself in a robe because it's cool. All of my characters have hoods. Don't at me.
Okay. So you're looking around for like anything, kind of getting lay of the town. So like a lot of the buildings do seem to be like houses and such. You see some buildings that you assume to be like shops or some of some sort, and you also see one that seems like a jail. Because there's like bars on the windows and such.
Can we look in the windows?
The window is higher up, so like you can't
Look me up.
the barred windows are higher up, so like you can't see it. But like there are like windows on like the like front of the building as well that are lower down, and you can see, if you look through those, you can see a few of the lizard folk, and so like all of them seem to be dressed, like all lizard folk you've seen seem to be dressed very like simple clothes and such, but the ones you see in this building, as well as the two that you had fought earlier in the tunnel, they all seem to be wearing like an identical outfit, like some kind of a uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you through the front windows, you can't see like the cells that you would assume are there.
Can you try and sense like specific races? Can you like try and sense if there are people, like humans?
Can I do that?
Got an option.
Um, yeah, you can try to sense 15. Yeah, you can. You're sensing for who's inside the building, and you can very easily tell that in addition to the lizard people, there are also some humans, and Bothans and a Wookiee.
Okay.
Okay. So, should we want to try walking in the front door?
Probably not the best idea.
I mean, do you have a better one?
I mean, we can certainly try.
Or we can just lightsaber in to like all the cells
Sure.
and see how it goes, but I feel like that's a bad idea. I feel like we should at least try diplomacy. Maybe.
I mean, we can try, I guess.
It's up to you.
There's always that. Yeah, we can try talking first. Like, yo, yeah.
We're gonna walk in the front door.
Okay.
Hello, party people.
Hi.
So the two of you walk in the front door, and
There are 50,000 people in there.
as soon as you do, there are 3 of the lizard folk in there who all look at you and point and grab their blaster rifles that they have and point them right at you as you walk in.
Can I
gonna, like,
yoink the
hand
blast out of their? Can I just yoink the blast out of their hands with the, what is it?
Bad
Telekinesis.
Bad idea. Diplomacy, sir.
Okay.
I said diplomacy.
Yeah. Okay, we do.
And you can also see, like, in the back there are cells, and you see the 19 rebels there who are mostly human. There's 15 humans, 3 Bothans, and a Wookiee.
Okay. I'm gonna just hands up and like, do any of you speak English?
Common. Human.
Basic.
Basic. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I meant. Who cares?
Yeah. No, I'm just letting you know.
All right.
And they hiss at you in what is clearly a language. You could try making a knowledge languages roll if you want.
I mean, you know what? Sure.
No, I'll just try to read their mind instead.
You know
11.
what? 11's
Yeah.
pretty good for what I could do.
True. You have no idea what they're saying, though.
Yeah, I assume not.
Okay.
My
You're
parents
also-
ran on fail.
You're also trying to just understand them doing languages roll there? Or
No, I wish I had like that much for my language.
Oh, so you're trying to do telepathy.
Sure, it can make any sense through that. I mean, can we see how much people are there total that could like potentially, murder us? Because like there's a tree aiming at us.
What was that?
Like there's the three. Like how much are there?
There's three of them. There's three of them.
All right. I could always intimidate with my lightsaber.
Okay.
Or, sorry, Marshal Lucian's lightsaber.
Cheers now.
True, I guess.
Yeah, you try reading their minds and you are not able to.
Okay.
Like, because so just as a heads up for like receptive telepathy, like the base difficulty is 5, as modified by proximity and relationship. Complete strangers and not of the same species as plus 30.
All right.
And then there's also the proximity thing, which in this case it would just be a +2. And then if they resist, then there's a further thing that I roll for them to add to that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Were there many like outside here, or like right outside this building specifically?
No, there weren't any that were right outside the building.
Okay.
As far as you know, there weren't any that would have seen you come in either.
Okay.
So they're hissing at you, saying something, and they have their blaster rifles trained on you.
Sorry, my dog is causing trouble.
I'm just gonna say, as I'm saying, like we just came here for our friends. We want our friends back. I'm just intimidated about life. Just pull my lightsaber
They
out.
can't understand us. This is just gonna cause a fight.
You pull your lightsaber out and ignite it?
I mean, what are they gonna? If we can't understand, they're not gonna understand us.
I mean, I was gonna ask if anyone in the cells can communicate with them.
Fine. Fine. We'll do your idea.
No, you already pulled. You put what?
Never mind.
Oh,
carry on.
You pulled out your lightsaber and activated it. So as you do that, they start hissing at you more insistently, and yeah, we're entering combat here.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Not anything is gonna happen anyway.
There are 3 of them.
Wait, am I even in range for the lightsaber at all?
No, you'd have to move closer to attack one with your lightsaber.
I mean, I would say I'd be attack. Otherwise, it'd be a bit weird to pull out and not attack with it.
Okay, so Kilo, you're shooting just one of the guards, and then
do I roll already?
No. Technically, Kilo shouldn't have rolled yet either, because it will fine. It's fine. We'll take it just because we hadn't said what everything that's happening is. But
well, I mean, I don't know. I said I was shooting at it. That was gonna change.
Yeah. So Jacen's moving towards one of the guards, and then attacking with the lightsaber.
Yep.
Or as I write in my notes, lightsabering.
Lightsabering.
It's fair.
Why was it lightsabering again?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel it was like lightsabering for a reason, but I forgot why.
Because you're attacking with your lightsaber, so I take lightsaber and turn it into a verb.
Okay. I love lightsabering.
Guard 3. So Kilo shooting at a guard that's also shooting back at her. Guard that Jason's moving towards is shooting at him, and then the third guard is shooting. I'm gonna say Jacen as well because he was on the pull out the lightsaber. So yeah. So then just roll for their attacks. Okay. I need to switch with some of these dice. They're... Oh no.
Yeah,
reserve
maybe
it better.
I should start leveling languages or something.
Problem is there's so many skills that are useful to upgrade. You have to make choices.
Yeah.
Eventually it becomes somewhat easier just in that as you level your main skills to the point that it's just really expensive to level them, it's like, well, might as well then level other stuff that's not so expensive. You got a 21, so you're going first, Kilo, so roll for damage. Okay, that one's wounded. And then and one of them is shooting at Jacen.
I presume I already do -1 for because I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, it's -1 for your dodge. 16. Okay. And then the other one shooting you also misses. So both of them miss you because of your shot. Okay, so now you're attacking the one with your lightsaber. So again, the -1 because of the dodge.
Oh.
Or -1D, not -1.
Because I normally 70, so it would be 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's still hit then.
Oh wait, yeah, then roll for damage.
I mean, let's go.
Yeah,
90s, boys.
you hit 31.
So one thing I do like about while it's pretty hard to hit, the damage is so high most of the time anyway.
Well, yeah, that's why it's so difficult to hit. It needs to be at least somewhat balanced. I mean, it's not really because it's like impossible to hit. Maybe you hit, and then you just obliterate. It's balanced until I guess you're. It's balanced when you're in that middle range where you're sometimes hitting.
I mean, I'd say like 670 is like a good average to hit.
So that one is incapacitated.
Doggies, please.
And then we move on to the next round. I assume.
Are they still doing anything? They're not scared yet?
Well, I mean, you don't know if they're scared or not, but they're still attacking you.
Yeah, what did you think? You would pull out a lightsaber, murder one of them, and they'd just be like, all right, we chill now? Like, no.
I mean, true, it was not that one situation where I badly hurt like 4 people. The last one was like, yeet, I'm out of here.
You mean in the office building you assaulted?
Oh, give me a second. You're messing up again.
Anyway, I'm gonna just shoot again.
Yeah. I assume you're both just attacking your same targets.
Yeah.
Then this time you also... Yeah. Then Okay. Okay. We'll say that's for the other one then, because I'm just still holding all the dice. I can add up numbers. I swear. Yes. Okay, you got 17 and 27. Okay.
Alright.
And I assume Jacen was attacking the other one, shooting at him, not the one that he already incapacitated.
Yeah.
I just realized I didn't clarify that, but that was my assumption.
I mean, I presume so too, because I mean, don't want to get a dark side point.
Yeah. Okay, Jacen, roll for damage. Okay, that one's incapacitated. Then Keel, you shoot the other one. The only one still standing. Roll for damage.
And he was already wounded. So
And incapacitated, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. He actually had a decent strength roll, but that 23 damage was too much to handle.
Fatality. Finish
So,
him.
3 of them are incapacitated, and then from the rebels in the cells, they're all like, "Oh, thank God," or whatever, or "Thank the Force," or whatever people in Star Wars would say. And
I was gonna say that I presume none of you could understand him or talk to them.
No, they came, they attacked us with our own weapons, like those are our blasters and such that they got a hold of.
I just looked at, hey, you want some more blasters?
Can you let us out? Can you let us out of these cells?
Yeah, I'll just try to let him out. Like, do I see anything like, I don't know, is there like maybe a security thing I have to put in or whatever?
No, these are like...
Oh, are they like really old kind of things, like just like jail cells or whatever?
Yeah, they're like metal bars and like...
Oh, okay, sure.
Are there
Any trouble?
Yeah, do a search on the guards. You do a search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to search properly. I'm sure.
Yeah. You find a key on one of the guards.
Start just unlocking cells.
Yeah.
And these are just the rebels, right?
Yeah, these are the rebel soldiers, and they're like, "Are you two with the rebellion?
We would
Assume
be.
you were sent here to help us." Somewhat.
Yeah, she's just tagging along.
Well, we'll take any help we can get.
You guys can go get your guns. I assume are all their guns here or just a couple?
The only guns in here, other than the 500 that you have, and like the 1 or 2 that Jacen has, are the 3 that the guards had.
How many rebels are there?
19.
All right,
I'll arm them all.
I have enough to arm them all. All right, hold on. Let me give. I'll give 10 of them blaster rifles.
Okay.
Surprised you
so
don't go like see, and told you bring all these guns was a good idea.
So there are 13.
19?
What? There were
13,
19.
Sorry, 13 guns. Because they're so far. I'm trying to keep track of how many I'm arming.
Oh.
So
well,
there are the 3 that they were using blaster rifles or.
Yeah, the 3 guards had blast rifles, so that's 3 blaster rifles. So then rebels.
So 13 blaster rifles, because I'm gonna give them 10 of them blaster rifles.
Okay. I was like, "Where's your 13 coming from?" Because I initially thought you meant like 13 that you had to arm, but I'm like, "Well, no, you have to." There's 16 of them if 3 of them take the. But you were going the other way. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. 4 heavy blasters.
Okay.
And then, so I don't know what a blaster carbine and a holdout blaster are, like their stats, like how good they are. But I guess they're probably better than blaster pistols, so I'll just give those 2 to the other 2.
Blaster carbine it's similar to a blaster rifle. It doesn't have quite the same range though, but it does the same damage. And it still has like better range than like pretty much anything else other than a rifle or like a repeating blaster.
Okay. And then a holdout blaster, I'm assuming, is better than a blaster pistol?
No.
Oh.
Holdout blaster is like that's like a smaller like pistol. That's like what like people have like as a hidden weapon type thing.
Okay, so I'll give the other one just a blaster pistol then.
Okay. Thanks. How did you get in here? Were you? We were kind of mostly unconscious or blindfolded when we were taken in here.
We're in a cave. A town in a cave.
That would explain why we weren't aware of any local populations. They're underground.
Yeah.
It's all lizard people.
So we should get out of here, probably.
Okay. What's the plan? Try to sneak back out, or?
Yeah, that seems good by me.
I guess. Sneak back out with 21 people?
Sure. What could possibly go wrong, you know?
Okay. Then you two roll me a hide sneak, and I'm going to do a few hide sneak rolls here as well. Well, okay, what did you get? 16 and 13. Okay. So basically, what you start doing as a group is. Did I just hear?
Mm-hmm.
Second. Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying. Because my audio is occasionally just something go. Which is weird. Yeah, I put on a thing that I could like. What is it? It's what I normally use for my piano. The MP.
Okay.
So yeah, you could probably hear yourself for just a split second.
Okay. So you go out in groups, and because you don't all just go out in one like big group, because that would be
Single file.
single file, 21 people. 21 people walking out single file.
Sounds like a good plan.
Right, everyone, get in the conga line.
Actually, you kind of go like kind of one at a time, like one person like kind of rushing, cross street like behind a building or whatever, and that person kind of like doing that, and you kind of are slowly making your way through the city like this as best as you can, trying to be as quiet as you can. when
Follower number 8 straight on falls flat on his face.
when you're kind of when the Wookiee in the group is trying to, like, run across from one hiding spot to another, and you hear some hissing, and there's some of the lizard folk looking at him and pointing.
We point back.
I mean,
At the lizard folk? Oh,
No.
are they
Uh,
or
the the ones you can see at the moment aren't armed, but like you hear a lot of like loud hissing or whatever, and you can hear like others approaching.
hmm.
okay? Can we make a run for it, or should we fight? How many does it sound like approximately? More or
Also-
less than our group?
What if we can almost just start sensing
Okay, what are you trying to sense?
just how much? Like
Okay,
get an approximate.
roll me your sense. 16?
At very least like an I don't know, at least this amount or something. Your senses are messing up. You sense 100 people coming towards you.
So
God,
basically
I don't-
what you're sensing is that so what you're seeing is that and what you're all seeing is that like the lizard folk that are kind of like out and about on the street, a lot of them are kind of like going inside buildings or like kind of going to hiding. But then what Jacen senses is that there's like about 10 or so that are like coming this way. At least that's what he can sense within like within the few blocks, whatever, that there's 10 or so coming this way.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
we
fight.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say. I mean, guess we could just take a run for it. But I mean, time for Eric's fabulous rolling. He has to gonna roll for like 30 people.
I mean,
It's like, well, I'll see you in 5 minutes. I'll make some food.
I have made many mistakes in life. This is one of them.
well, how far away are they? Because if we could make a run for it, that was.
Well, it's like within like a few blocks.
Oh,
That's still pretty far away, I guess.
okay.
Yeah.
So I want to shoot the. There was like two pointing at us, right?
I mean, did they go in hiding in the meantime?
Yeah, like the ones pointing are also like kind of going.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let me just go.
Okay.
I thought they were closer. Was the problem?
Okay, so you're just gonna be making a run for it. So you're just throwing stealth away and just making a run for it.
Yeah.
YOLO.
Roll me stamina. And
15.
Sorry, I missed it. Stamina?
stamina, yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
I kind of wanted to take the back of the group anyway, so it's fine.
probably best I get in front because I mean, if they close anything, there's doors, I can just whack them up with the lightsaber.
I mean, I was gonna say like one in front, one in back in general. That is a somewhat decent idea. But then my dogs barked.
And they brought misfortune upon your race.
Like they bark for like a few seconds and then they just go back to sleep. Laziest fucking guard dogs, dude. Hi, Zuzi.
Maybe you should just get a program you can like set in, like, okay, roll for this many people.
Okay.
Savannah Unana.
Okay, so you're kind of making the run for it, and actually wait, more.
No.
So Jacen, the Bothans, and how many humans did I say there was total?
You said about 10, I think.
Well, there are 3 Bothans, so there are 15 humans with you.
All right.
Yeah. So then Jacen, 9 of the humans, and all 3 Bothans make it to the tunnel, while Kilo, the other 6 humans, and the Wookiee are still in a cavern as you start getting shot at.
Wait, like, are we all getting shot or just like the people in the back?
The people in the back.
Oh. Okay.
Can I like shoot while like continuing to try and get away? Like.
Yes. If you're
Okay.
still like, because you're still kind of like running as fast as you can, so there will be a -1d to your blaster.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Can I also shoot from where I'm at? Because I'm not sure. Would I say I'd still be running? Because like I've reached.
You're already in the tunnel. You'd have to go back out to shoot.
I will do that though.
Okay.
I'd say I want to signal the rest. Like, do we want to go back? Help them. Help your friends.
Okay. So you're running back to the cavern. And let me just. Oh, should have done that. Oh, that's easier. And okay. Okay then. Kilo, roll me. Oh, actually, I should also write down which ones they're each. shooting.
Ooh.
Actually, no, I'm just going to assume each of them are shooting the same people that are shooting at them. Save myself some typing. And there we go. Okay. And I'm also going to do this mouse. Huh. I'm getting much better rolls with these rebels than I have been getting with the people you've been fighting.
Mm,
Your allies get better rolls than your enemies.
good.
I mean, good for us. Go us.
Let's see if this continues. Who's when I get to now your enemy rolls. Okay, that rebel clearly not up to the standards of the rest of their friends. Okay, now for the lizard folk. Okay. Some of the lizard folk have decent shots. And there we go. Okay. So, for starters, let's see who is hitting first. Highest number. Okay. Kilo is being shot at.
Oh, tag it. So dodge -2.
Oh yes, dodge -2. Yes, because you're. Yep.
I manipulate the bolts with my force.
Not bad.
Okay, you still get hit.
Okay, great. So strength roll.
Yep.
Consistent.
You are wounded.
Oh no, not again.
Okay. So that happened. And you're wounded, so you're not gonna get your shot off.
Well, hopefully our friends will kill all of them.
And then
At least I armed everyone with the arsenal I carry around.
Yep.
Somehow.
And then one of the rebels is also getting hit there.
I'm gonna be right back. Shouldn't be too long.
And so that rebel is also. Let's see which one. That one is wounded. Meaning he's not getting his shot off. But next up, we have a couple rebels getting their shots off. So
Go rebels. Murder.
you know what I should do? I should just grab. There we go. Different colored dice for the strength and the damage. That way, I can just roll them all together and not have to be like, wait, which is which? And then just separate them out. Well, that's a really good strength roll. But how is the damage?
Damage is all sixes.
Okay, so that guard has momentarily stunned his. That rebel's momentarily stunned his target, but not actually damaged him. Then we have another guard, or another rebel shooting, I should say. Okay, that one's wounded one of the lizard folk. Oh, yeah. So that one's wounded. Then who goes next? Next up is another of the lizard folk.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh my.
Okay,
Thanks.
so that rebel is momentarily stunned, but not actually wounded.
How are things going? Are we all dead?
No.
We still have about, about 20, 30 rolls
So-
to go.
So far, you and one of the other rebel soldiers have been wounded, and one of the lizard folks been wounded.
All right.
Yeah. Next is that one.
I know, just wait
Another
up when it's my turn.
rebel getting his shot off.
No, I'll get.
Ooh.
Crap, I gotta put my thing there.
Oh, this is easy enough. Okay, no, that. Lizard folk. Which one's that one? Momentarily stunned, but not wounded. Okay. Now we have a few of the lizard folk getting their shots off.
Damn lizard folk.
Okay, another rebel has been wounded. That one. What was your dodge from earlier? Which of those rolls? The 11?
The 11 or the 11?
Yeah. Okay.
The first 11.
Another rebel gets wounded. Yes. That's that one. That one. Wounded. So many cases of someone getting wounded right before they would have shot next.
Aww. Tragic. I thought you said we were rolling better, sir.
It's happened on both sides.
Okay.
It's just the way it lines up. Okay, that's weird, but okay. So you actually also got lucky in that when I was rolling for all the rebels, I apparently also rolled, or the first roll I wrote down next to Jacen's name, which was also like the worst roll. So that roll ended up not actually being applied to anyone because obviously I'm not giving a roll to Jacen like that. But okay, so now Jacen runs into the back of the cavern and shoots. So you can roll your blaster.
Any minuses, or I can just shoot?
Were you like running back in, or just kind of like casually sauntering?
I just say slow walking or slow running.
Okay, yeah, then you don't get you're just kind of like peeking back out, so yeah, you don't get a minus for that. 16, roll for damage.
Ugh.
Just managed to wound that one.
May I'll take a wound.
Yeah. They got a 13 strength roll, so when I say just. Yeah.
So they have to roll higher than me, right? To like be like, ha, nothing.
Yeah, if
Or even like a tie will do.
I can never remember
I
on
never
the
looked at the
tie.
damage rolls.
If damage roll is greater than or equal to the strength roll, they're wounded. 2 times incapacitated, 3 times mortally wounded.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna stop running and just shoot.
okay. Okay. So all of you, though, had still been running while you were shooting, other than Jacen, who was like in the tunnel and came back out. So like you are all now right by the tunnel.
All right, never mind. I guess I'll keep going.
Okay.
Comfy?
So you all run into the tunnel.
Could I use like my lightsaber as the last person comes through, just like to slash the tunnel and like make it collapse?
Use your lightsaber to make.
I mean, unless you prefer me to use my thermal detonator, then.
Or neither.
I mean, you just want to lose him, don't you?
I mean, you could certainly try either. The thermal detonator would definitely be easier.
Seems more dangerous too, because I know we had that one thing. Where it was like,
I mean, yes. It's definitely more risk, but to yourself especially.
I mean, when am I ever not a danger to myself?
So what's your plan?
I don't know, like if I could guarantee, like I could like make the exit entrance, whatever you want to call it, that point, just like where we walked in collapse, I would try that. It would be like have a risk of like the entire thing would collapse, then no.
This is probably a bad idea. If you want to throw a thermal detonator at the lizard folk to like hold them back, that's one thing. But I don't think making it collapse is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. If I don't know, then I'll just keep going.
Basically, using your lightsaber to collapse it would be either time consuming, which probably isn't worth it, or incredibly difficult. Using a thermal detonator to collapse the entrance wouldn't be that hard. It just has the risk of of you being caught in the explosion and or falling rocks.
Yeah, I'll just keep going. We move along.
Okay.
Considering she's wounded, I'll stay in the back.
Okay. So I want another stamina roll.
Oh, but I have -1 now. Hell yeah.
I mean, and again, like I'm like your position. Like I wanted to stay in the back anyways.
7. No, okay. And then
What was the skill again I could parry with? Or look that up real quick, because I know I had like a thing with one of force. I could like deflect, like in case they do shoot.
Yeah, there is a thing about parrying blaster bolts with your lightsaber.
Let me see what. Oh no, it's the character sheet.
Wait, did I drop a die before? Did I pick it up? I think so. And I'll check after this game if I'm missing any. Okay. So you're trying to just run because going into the tunnel, like you have a bit of time before you're going to be shot on again. So you just like making the run for it. And make it down the cavern when you do start getting shot at again from behind. I assume you're shooting back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, while running. Or
No, I'm gonna focus on running and dodging.
running and dodging? Okay.
Because I'm wounded and my dodge is gonna be so shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and use my force point on the thermal detonator.
Okay. Um,
Just thinking whether I should shoot once more. Probably not. No. I should just probably kill the detonator.
okay, let me just bring up the
There's one conveniently picked up detonator from before.
You only pick up one? Did you pick up two?
I only remember picking up one. At least I have
pick-
one.
Because there was one in the base, and then there was the one that one of the two guards you had initially fought in the tunnel.
Oh, yeah, okay, I have two. Okay, I'll throw both of them.
You'll throw both of them?
No,
No.
that would probably be a bad idea.
Okay. Okay, so you're trying to throw it.
I'm
I assume just.
Yeah, throw them and try to hold them back like that.
Yeah, throw it at
least.
them. How does this work again? Okay, yeah, so and you're trying to just, I assume, throw it as far as you can.
Yep.
So, like, 12 meters. So, roll your. Also, question: Are you stopping to throw it so like everyone else can get ahead of you?
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Like at least slow, not necessarily stopping, like slowing down enough so they can run back by.
Okay. So then, roll your grenade skill. 27. So yeah, you throw it. It goes where you intend it. And then
I don't remember what grenade damage was.
okay, so you are 12 meters from it. So first of all, let's see if it hits you.
Trying to also see if I have something with force I could do.
Ooh. It just misses you.
Whew.
The blast just misses you.
So bad that I was kind of disappointed. Like, a
What?
little bit.
Of course you are.
Small part of me.
Small. I mean, in her case, it's reversed. Small's actually a big part of her.
Okay, let's see now.
Let's see. Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to see now what damage it does to the tunnel itself. What is the damage? Tunnel.
So like how the force power for like getting out of handcuffs is just like highest roll 30 being like Houdini.
Okay, so it does some damage to the tunnel. Doesn't like completely block it off, but they're gonna have to like do some squeezing and like to get through. And yeah. And I assume you just keep running now.
Yeah, that is the plan.
Yeah, so you just keep running, and the fact that they have to like squeeze to get through, that gives you some time, and you make it back to the surface. You haven't had any more, or haven't been fired
issues
at by them anymore. You make it back to the surface, and I assume you're going back to the camp, the base.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start going back to the base, and yeah, you get back to the base without any issue, and yeah. So
We brought your people back.
So, are we all gonna pile on the same ship or like take separate ships? I assume, since they all have ships here they can take.
Yeah, it's probably best we don't stay here. The base is kind of not in great shape.
I assume all those ships are functioning. So like 3 ships.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
The Wookiee goes over and checks the Y wings and says that they're both fine, and he goes and checks the main ship. That takes a bit longer because it's Y wings are just fighters; they're smaller. But he checks it, comes out, and it's like, yep, it's good, it's all good.
Okay, do you guys have some place to go, or?
Yeah, we'll head up and then figure out what our next move is. Obviously, this base isn't exactly, like I said, exactly viable anymore. But
for obvious reasons.
Can I have my arsenal back?
No, I'm keeping it.
You wanna? I guess you guys want to keep the guns, huh?
it would be nice, since we don't know exactly where we're going next, what we're doing next.
Hold on. I want. Okay. I'm gonna trade. No. I want my blaster carbine back because that was my only one.
Okay.
And 2 of my heavy blasters, and I'll give blaster pistols instead.
Okay. Sure.
So.
They're all okay with that. They're just grateful to have some level of protection for whatever they end up.
Yeah, I mean that's
next.
fair.
And yeah. So then they go to their ship. Two of the Bothans go to the Y wings. The rest of them go onto the transport ship. And take off. I assume you're taking off as well.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me your piloting. 17, yeah. Take off without issue. Fly up into space. And I think we're
fly
going
straight to a droid shop.
What a coincidence! A droid shop has set up shop in orbit of the planet. No.
There's just this like one ship, like there's just like a ship just flying somewhere, just like buy your droids here. It's just like this is back alley George guy who just like stole droids and is selling them.
How many med packs do you have?
Let me see. I have 5 of them.
Take a couple. Take 4, honestly.
And try heal you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I mean, at least that's before the traveling thing.
Yeah.
So they'll reset at least. Okay.
Because I had 7 med packs, but I only have 2D medicine. So
Oof. Bad roll though for my 5D, but I think.
yeah, but it's only
Well,
wounded.
Yeah, med pack wounded. Yeah, you heal her up.
Boop. Straight back to 8.
I want to point out I only have 1 blaster rifle now. It's very traumatic.
You're more concerned about having less blasters than you are with the fact that you're wounded.
Oh yeah.
No, I'll be sure to get my blaster pistols later, just to give her all my spare blaster pistols.
Oh my god, please do. I lost so many.
I mean, you lost as many in this session as Jacen lost in the first, however many sessions before you remember to actually write down his inventory.
Oh my god, that's true. See, I'm the anti-Jason.
Can we just say like I just have like the guns on a box on every ship I go to?
No.
Like I don't know, where would I store them anyways? Because otherwise be back at base probably where we
On your
where we once
person,
had a base.
you coward.
I would assume you have some stuff on your person. Anything that isn't stored, I would assume would either be back on the base on Yavin 4 or would be like on the ship that you're using. I don't know. I don't know when you were putting it into storage, or it might be on somewhere else you visited, but that doesn't seem like
the last one I can remember is like the initial base we were at before that got nuked.
Like the one before Yavin 4?
Yeah, so I mean I do think like we took stuff with us at that point.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I
okay,
mean,
then I just should have them on my chest in the new base then.
Okay. So yeah. So this is where we are gonna call it for today. 2.5, a little over 2.5 hours.
The rolls are
Bad.
getting better
One
at
day
least.
this character will be able to get without getting wounded.
Yeah, like
yeah.
that's just like you're just like me at this point in the beginning. In the beginning, I would get wounded every set. Or hell, I would go to the back to tank as that badly wounded.
Yeah. Next week's session should again be 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
I mean, for me, you don't even need to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah. And then otherwise, tomorrow I should hopefully be streaming again, also at 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Sub Request Sunday, playing Lego Batman the video game. Tomorrow is when I was supposed to be starting to doing the 6 a.m. Animal Crossing streams on Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, but then my memory card decided to get corrupted, so we'll see. My hope is that I can get it all dealt with and fixed before next Sunday, because assuming I can do that, assuming I just miss like this Sun, because the reason I was doing the 6 a.m. ones is because from July 25th, aka today, to August 31st is the morning aerobics in Animal Crossing that goes from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And you need to take part 14 times in order to get something. So if I manage to do every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna be missing tomorrow, this Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. If I manage to do every other Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that gets me 14. And right now I actually have a shift of work next Monday, which not like 2 days from now, but like Monday after, which I'm not supposed to have because that's supposed to be restricted. But I need to talk to one of my managers about that, figure out what's going on with that. But
Also,
hopefully,
at least you got the short. At least you got the shorter title, the Batman game at least. Because whenever I think of long titles now, I just think of High School Musical series,
Oh, God.
or the one thing they have and the Netflix or was it no on the Disney Plus thing. There were just is High School Musical, the musical, the series, the trailer. And it was like what?
yeah. Oh, weird. I have a email about a new comment on one of my YouTube videos.
Fun.
And it's just a bot comment.
Yeah.
I assume.
Bots.
Let's see. So let's go and find somebody to raid. So let's see. We could. Who do we want to raid? Could raid some.
Kitchen.
Could raid somebody playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Or Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD.
I'm okay with that. Twilight Princess is a good game. As long as they're not shelling Malo, then I'm good.
Or Ocarina of Time. Or Paper Mario the Origami King.
I'd say either of the Zeldas, that'd be good.
I think that's everyone. So you want to do one of the Zeldas? Kilo?
Just flip a coin.
Any preference?
Nah.
And anyone in chat, any preference?
Then I would say,
Probably
Twilight
not.
Princess, because it's the most emo of the two versions.
Okay, what was that? Twilight Princess.
The Dark Timeline.
Dark Timeline?
Where Ganon won and everything.
No, that's not Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is in the child timeline.
Tries and at least which leads to Majora's Mask and everything.
Yeah, that's the child timeline. The Dark Timeline, the one where Ganon won, is the one that leads to like
Link to the Past, I think.
Link to the Past, the Oracles, Link's Awakening, the NES games.
I do still say child one's like I feel it's the darker one because it's like so much more goes on. But that's also probably because I think it's more the 3D games too.
Well, the child timeline leads to Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Four Swords Adventures.
One of the Zelda games I haven't played. And
Breath of the Wild. And that last one, okay. That last one is debated, but Breath of the Wild makes most sense to be in the child timeline.
Sure.
It doesn't make sense at all to be in the adult timeline, because Hyrule was destroyed in that timeline. Fallen Hero timeline could work, but child timeline makes the most sense.
I mean, they do have like hints of all of them, I think.
They do have hints of all of them, but the strongest hints are towards the child hero
and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it was one of the things they found, like the whole broken castle town, that it looks similar to the Twilight Princess town.
Okay, that one I don't remember, but I do know that it has like the ruins of Lon Lon Ranch.
I mean, that would still be Ocarina of Time, though.
Yeah, yes, but the thing is, like I said, that's what Hyrule was destroyed in the adult timeline because of Wind Waker.
Yeah.
So it can't be that timeline. Because even if you go with the idea that it's the new Hyrule, the fact that there's Lon Lon Ranch disproves that.
But, yeah, true.
Anyway, so we're gonna go raid one of my Plant Army teammates, Agatha. We've raided her before. before. I think we've even raided her before after a Star Wars RPG. What do I write? Raid. There we go. So come join me on the raid, and copy and paste the raid message. I'm gonna head over there, and then yeah, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. So request Sunday, playing some Lego Batman 2, or no, Lego Batman 1, not 2, at 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And thanks to everyone who came out, those who chatted, those who just lurked, those who hosted or auto-hosted, and especially thanks to my wonderful players. And yeah. See you later, and have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.